This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Speaking of great moments, you both have wrestled Shawn Michaels on the grandest stage of them all. Chris, how good is Shawn in these big time moments, WrestleMania?
Well, he's Mr. WrestleMania, you know what I mean? And Shawn was a guy that, much like a lot of guys, I mean, Edge went through it, and Punk went through it mentally. Christian went through it. You know, you're talking about guys that were gone from the business and thought they were never going to come back. And Shawn had two stages of his career. He had the first stage of his career, which was brilliant, but it also came with a lot of baggage because Shawn was out of control. Then there's stage two of Shawn, where I think he came back for one match just to see what was going to happen. He really enjoyed it, and he had no intentions of going forward. This is a true story. If he was here, he would tell you this. They did the street fight with Shawn and Hunter. I believe that was at SummerSlam 2002, and he kind of just was involved, I think, backstage, doing promos, whatever. And we were in Orlando, and I had a highlight reel, and Shawn was my guest. It was the first time we had ever been in the ring together. Obviously, I have a huge respect for Shawn. He was one of my inspirations to get in the business. In my opinion, still, if you're going to say someone is the greatest of all time, and if I had to choose one, I would choose Shawn. We went in there, we did the promo, and I was on his case, and you're washed up or whatever I said, and he ended up super kicking me at the end of it. But we had real chemistry and a real moment. And Kurt, you know what I mean by this. You can feel it, like, oh, I had it last night with Eddie Kingston. You're like, oh, I got somebody here. I found a new dance partner. I found a new toy. So we go through the curtain and we walk through, and Vince is like, you smell that? I said, what? He goes, you smell that? I said, what? He goes, that's the smell of money. He goes, that was money. And I walked through and I said to Shawn, like, would you consider wrestling some more? And he said, up until 20 minutes ago, no. But he said, how could we not?
Wow. And
of course, it's December, and you're like, well, I know a place. Wrestle. And it was very quickly decided within a few weeks. Shawn decided he wanted to do it, and he wanted to do it with me. And that was the start of it. So, I mean, that's my Shawn Michaels experience for WrestleMania. And here's my favorite part of the whole story. A lot of people say that we had the best match in the show. A lot of people say that Kurt and Brock had the best match of the show. Although Shawn had the great point of all, he goes, how could their match be better than ours? Brock fucked his own finish up. It takes it right out of contention right there. I don't care what you say. So anyways, so they were two great matches, yours and ours. And those, but whether whoever stole the show, ours was a great match. And I was in Dick's Sporting Goods trying to buy like a Speedo for under tights. You know, you wear a Speedo underneath your flashy tights. Yeah. And I was looking through the rack, and and just like a bolt out of the blue, it was like, I need a piece of paper and a pen. And I went to the girl working at the check-in counter. Can I please borrow a piece of paper and a pen? And she's like, well, I don't have any paper, but I can scroll out a receipt, roll it. And here's your pen. But gotta get my pen back. Yeah, I'll give it down here. And I wrote down a finish for the match. And it was very intricate, probably 20 or 30 ideas. And I just had them all at once. Like, if that happened, and this happened, and this happened, this happened, this. And it's like, fuck, like I got it, like very quickly, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And I came up with this finish. And then I thought about it, went home, and I kind of cultivated a bit. And so I have it. I think I got it. Hopefully Shawn likes it, but I don't know. I go to Seattle, and everybody gets together beforehand to go over their matches and decide what they want to do. And I showed up. We were in the dome by the ring. That's where we used to meet. And Shawn was sitting there, and I was sitting there, and I said, listen, you might not like any of this, but I got an idea for the finish. And he goes, that's really funny that you say that. Because he goes, you might not like any of this, but I have an idea for the beginning. I swear to God.
My goodness.
We took his beginning, which I think 95% was like, great. Took my ending, which was like 95% great. And we're like, I think we're done here. 5 minutes.
Talk about
WrestleMania.
Dude. Yeah, and you guys got to work each other, which is easy as hell.
Yeah.
It was like a night off.
The first time we ever touched at WrestleMania, my WrestleMania moment of the best WrestleMania match I had, that some people say was the best or second best behind yours, Kurt. And it was done. And that's true professionalism, and that's also true chemistry and electricity, where it's like, dude, we're done. We don't have to do a damn thing. There'll be other guys that you'll have to sit there for an hour to put together a match with, and it should never take that long, ever, 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 ever. But some nuts you just can't, and you're one of the best at it too, Kurt. You had to work with everybody, and some guys are harder to crack than others.
Overthinking, yeah.
Overthinking is the worst enemy. I see it all the time in AEW. It's usually younger guys. They haven't quite found themselves yet. Stop thinking. I'm thinking for you, and I'm telling you this is better. But yeah, that's one of my favorites. Just I couldn't believe it, man.
I'm going to tell you this, Chris. You and Shawn stole the show at that
Oh,
wrestling.
thanks, man. Thank you.
Brock and I couldn't even compare that match. I knew right away when you guys did it. I said,
well,
that match, 5-star. I can't touch that.
But you were. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Chris.
No, I was just saying, it just goes to show that when you have the right chemistry, it's very easy.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.